Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're taking something you probably know as a basic study aid, NotebookLM, and completely flipping it on its head. We are transforming it into a fully automated end-to-end video production pipeline. I want you to imagine something for a second. What if an AI literally watched every single piece of content in your specific niche, figured out exactly what worked, and then just handed you the ultimate viral formula? Think about it. You could clone the strategies of top-performing channels and generate incredibly realistic, talking head presentations without ever stepping in front of a microphone or a camera yourself. So, here's our game plan for today. We're going to move through this in 5 steps: the content engine, viral strategy, audio overviews, the visual experience, and finally, how to scale the whole shebang. Now, this breakdown right here is wild. Most creators spend a massive 70% of their time just agonizing over research, studying competitors, and digging through metadata. It is exhausting. But this pipeline we're building, it compresses all of that heavy lifting into a highly repeatable 65-minute workflow. Okay, let's dive into part 1, viral strategy, which is basically the brain of your entire operation. We're going to use NotebookLM to completely reverse engineer success in your niche. Look, you can go out and buy the fanciest, most expensive camera on the market, but it absolutely will not save a bad script. Success comes from the formula. By feeding up to 50 competitor transcripts right into NotebookLM, the AI uncovers the hidden narrative formulas that keep people glued to their screens. And check this out. When you ask the AI to analyze just the first 30 seconds of those transcripts, the data tells a really clear story. Opening your script with a conflict or a pain point, that scores incredibly high. But just casually meandering into a story, it falls totally flat. So the takeaway here is simple. Stop guessing and start using the formulas that actually work. You can take this data even further to build what's called series architecture. Essentially, it's a sequence where each episode boosts the value of the others using forward hooks and backward callbacks. It's like a giant puzzle. By treating NotebookLM like a cheat code to map this out, creators are planning 12-episode series that hit, frankly, ridiculous 52% completion rates, because the algorithm just loves those long watch sessions. And hey, if you're in a niche where information changes at lightning speed, you can pair NotebookLM with Claude to track up to 3 years of chronological research. You can map out the whole evolution of a topic, from baseline tech in 2024 all the way to open frontiers in 2026. You're basically covering what's next before your competitors even realize what's happening. All right, let's switch gears to audio overviews. This is where we give your thoroughly researched script an actual voice. Generating audio in NotebookLM is crazy simple. You drop in your source links and hit generate. But wait, the real power user trick is right there in step 3, customizing the format. Most people stick to the default deep dive, but if you switch it to debate or short, you instantly unlock these entirely different, incredibly natural-sounding AI voices that most folks don't even know exist. Okay, so we've got our killer audio, right? But to survive in today's visually driven algorithms, we need to give that audio a face. Let's talk about the visual experience. You've essentially got a fork in the road here. Option 1 is using Google's native NotebookLM video generator, which pulls visuals straight from your sources. Option 2, exporting that audio into third-party avatar tools to get those hyper-realistic human hosts. If you decide to keep it native, NotebookLM gives you these awesome, instantly generated styles. Trying to connect the dots for your audience? Go with Explainer. Want immersive storytelling? Try cinematic. You've also got whiteboard, watercolor, even anime. Just a quick heads up though, right now, cinematic and short formats are English only. Now, if you want to go the ultra-realistic human route, let's look at the third-party heavyweights. HeyGen gives you practically perfect lip syncing, but it has this really restrictive 3-minute output limit. That means you have to manually chop up and stitch your audio, and honestly, who has time for that? Jog AI, on the other hand, lets you render a seamless 30-minute podcast in one single shot. Or you can use Canva for static visualizers with 0 time limits. Speaking of Jog AI, the recent Podcast 2.0 update is an absolute game changer. They added intelligent camera switching, which completely breaks you out of that creepy, uncanny valley feeling. It naturally cuts between wide shots and close-ups while keeping both of your AI hosts grounded in the exact same realistic room. It looks incredible. If you're going to use this specific pipeline, the steps are super straightforward. NotebookLM gives you an M4A file, so first, convert that to an MP3.
upload it to Jog AI, and guys, this is absolutely crucial. Make sure you hit the swap speaker order button if you need to. You have to make sure the male and female voices actually match the correct avatars you picked before you hit render. So we have our final product, but we're not stopping there. Let's talk about scaling this into a recognizable faceless channel and adding that final layer of polish. Behold the ultimate faceless scaling stack. Instead of using the same stock faces everyone else is using, jump into Gemini and generate your very own custom avatar portraits. Use those as your hosts. Then run the footage through Topaz Video AI to upscale it to crisp 4K. Edit in your green screens and B-roll with CapCut. And finally, run the whole thing through Recast Studio to automatically chop up your long-form content into viral, bite-sized audiograms. Now, you might be wondering, does meticulously setting up this crazy pipeline actually pay off? Well, according to the data from our sources, a fully automated channel using these exact methods hit nearly $3,000 a month in revenue. And that was in just 4 months. That is the power of a streamlined system. Which leaves us with one final big question. Are you ready to build your own media empire and completely dominate your niche without ever having to step in front of a camera? Think about it. You can stop grinding through all that manual research and production and start leveraging these AI pipelines to scale your own content engine right now. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.